So as I'm sitting down to record the voiceover for this video, there is literally a blizzard happening outside my window, and I can't help but to think some of these outfits are appropriate for winter. They're not necessarily blizzard appropriate, but you know what? It's really a matter of swapping out maybe a coat for a parka or a boot for something that's more waterproof. So please do keep that in mind as we go through this video. But these are my winter outfit ideas for the really frigid cold temperatures that we are going through right now. I'm also thrilled to say that this video is sponsored by Uniqlo, and I am a big fan of Uniqlo for having these beautiful high quality basics, but also because they make heat tech, and heat tech is my go-to when it comes for winter. I layer it underneath my clothes, and now I've been picking up heat tech items like the pants that I'm wearing in this outfit, and I swear by heat tech. If you want to be warm in the winter, heat tech is your way to go. Now, another thing that I recently picked up at Uniqlo is this light parka. It's light down filled, and I kind of see it as a shell. I got this idea from my husband, who's big into winter. He loves his winter jackets. He's all into Arc'teryx and Canada Goose and all that stuff. But quite honestly, I'm not really into those kind of parkas because they don't mesh with my personal style. So for me to spend that much money on a jacket like that just doesn't vibe well with me. So that's why I ended up picking up this light parka with the hood, because I know it's going to be something that I can layer underneath my beautiful wool coats, and that will keep me warm too. Again, I use this more of a shell than anything else, and I like that it actually does keep me warm. I wore a combination of this outfit while I was in Montreal, and it was freezing while we were there, and I was fine. Honestly, between the beanie, the gloves, and everything else, I didn't feel cold, so I can attest to the fact that this kind of outfit does work. Now, of course, if there's sleet outside or if it's like freezing rain, then you might want to add a waterproof parka instead of a wool coat, so do keep that in mind. It depends, of course, on where you live, the kind of climate, and the kind of winters that you have. So again, these are just outfit ideas. Just keep that in mind, because I do get a lot of comments saying, oh, I like this outfit, but it wouldn't work for my kind of climate. So, you know, again, just adjust it accordingly. I love a good knitted sweater, and I've had my eye on this one ever since my friend picked it up last year. So he was recently cleaning out his closet, decided that it was time to part ways with it because he replaced it with a new one. And I really like that he does that, and it's something that I try to apply to my closet whenever I bring something in. I try to bring something or take something out as well. But he did give me this sweater. It was previously his, so it is a men's medium. And I did find a very similar one on Uniqlo, so I'm going to make sure that I link it in the description box below. But this is the kind of sweater that pairs well with a pair of jeans with a skirt like I did over here, or I can wear it with leggings as well. So I like how an oversized knit is quite versatile for winter and for fall as well, and maybe even for earlier springs, just depending on what kind of spring temperature you get. So this is the kind of outfit that I see as a more dressed up version of a winter look. If it's snowing out, I would definitely not wear those tabby boots. The last thing I would want to do is ruin them. So I would probably go with something more waterproof, but I like this very simple look, and in my opinion, it's almost Brittany Bathgate inspired. If you follow her, you know who I'm talking about. When it comes to winter jackets, I think I've expressed in the past that I have an aversion to parkas. I mean, look, they're fine enough. I just don't like them for myself. I think that they're bulky, and I just, it's just not my vibe. And there's nothing wrong with that. If it's your vibe, go rock them. My friend recently got this gorgeous Canada Goose jacket that suits her so well, but I just don't like them for me. So I much prefer to have a wool coat. I've always been drawn to these long wool jackets, and I recently got this beige colored one from Remain. I'll make sure that I link it down in the description box below, but I believe I'm wearing mine in a size 36. And the other wool coat that I recently got is a black one from Ohm Girls. That one is in a size small, and I'm going to leave that in the description box below as well. Now, I do have my fair share of parkas, but again, I just choose not to wear them if I can help it. I like to kind of subscribe to the idea, like this Marie Kondo idea of style, wear what sparks joy. I think it could be as simple as that, and for me, it's wool coats that just happen to spark joy. Now, when it comes to winter layers, I'm such a big proponent of wearing heat tech. They have the tights like I'm wearing underneath the pants just to keep you warm. They have the long t-shirts. They have the leggings as well. They even have socks and underwear that are heat tech. It goes from warm to extra warm. So there's a whole variety out there of heat tech stuff that you can get to make sure that you're keeping warm during those winter months. I even got my cats a heat tech blanket last year because it was so cold in their room. They do sleep in our guest room. They're very spoiled cats, but they didn't end up using it. I don't know why. I guess they're just not into heat tech. They would rather sleep on a gorgeous wool blanket from Iceland because they are picky little cats. Now, moving into beauty break, I'm very excited to share this with you because I feel like so many of you are very into fragrance. And I, for one, am somebody who loves Byredo perfume. I have Bibliothèque. I recently picked up De Los Santos, and I do have that 3 perfume set that's perfect for travel. However, anytime that I've used it for travel, I've had to put it in a separate little bag just in case it breaks, because that is the worst case scenario. You don't want perfume all over your stuff while you travel. So I recently picked up this leather case from Byredo. It is excellent for putting in those 12 milliliter vials of perfume. I'm sure you could use it with other 12 ml perfumes. If you have any, you might as well try. But I like that it's a nice little luxury that I can have in my purse or as I travel, because I don't generally carry full-size bottle of perfumes with me. Oh, this one also makes a good gift, by the way. Moving back into the outfits, I have to say that I really like using natural fibers like cottons, as long as I'm layering heat tech underneath, wools, lamb's wools, cashmeres, any fabric that will retain the body heat. I love wearing those in the wintertime because I know that I can rely on them. And this gorgeous little crew neck is from Uniqlo U. I picked it up in the fall in 2 colors because I just feel like it's such a comfortable and soft knit. When it comes to hanging up my blazers, I always like to use those wide shoulder hangers. I recently discovered that IKEA has these little add-ons that you can put on to basically any hanger, and that way you can protect your clothes and not get those really weird shoulder nipples. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. Those are the absolute worst, and I'm so big on making sure that I'm using the right kind of hangers for my clothes. So when it comes to winter styling, 2 things that I like to do is basically cuff my pants whenever I can. This shows off the boot, and it also makes the outfit look more fashionable. This is something that you can use with a waterproof winter boot, or even with a boot like the Bottega Veneta one that I'm wearing here. Another thing that I like to do is change up my coats whenever possible. You can go between a parka, a wool coat, a trench coat, or even a cotton waterproof coat like this one here from Uniqlo U. Just changing up your outerwear sometimes gives you the illusion of having a little bit more fun or having diverse outfits in the winter, because winter is so long and it's so blah, and I think it's important to have fun with how you're styling yourself. Of course, it is important to keep warm, which is why I'm so big on Uniqlo heat tech. That's why all of my underlayers are heat tech, and that's why I've gotten into the pants and the sweaters that are heat tech as well, because I just really believe in it. It's something that I've worn on various vacations where it's like cold weather and I need to stay warm, and I really do think that this stuff works. So love it for underlayers, and it also gives me the opportunity to wear things like blazers or cotton pants during the wintertime without getting really cold as well. Let me know what your favorite pieces from Uniqlo are for 2022. Drop it down in the description box below. I want to say thank you to Uniqlo for sponsoring this video once again. And also thank you to everybody who has watched my videos, everyone who has commented, taken the time to give me a thumbs up, even followed me on Instagram and on other social media platforms. I just want to say that I really, truly appreciate it. And you guys have given me the opportunity to really fall in love with my fashion styling and share it with everybody here. So I am very excited about everything that's to come in 2023. I have some big plans to share with you all, and I just want to say happy holidays, happy new year, and I will see you all in 2023. Make sure you follow me on Instagram though if you want to see daily content. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.